Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Savannah Line Games in Pooler, Georgia, where I'm about to fight a 2,000-point battle between my Creations of Bile and Kyle's Drukhari. So the story that we've got going on here is that Abaddon had just received a fresh shipment from Fabius Bile himself of beefed-up Marines ready to go into the Black Crusade. And Abaddon, as much as he will use the resources available to him, does not necessarily trust anybody as far as he can throw them. So he decided to take them out for a spin out on the battlefield and brought them to this Imperial outpost that he was ravaging through, taking down, get a little shiv into the spleen of the Imperium there, while trying out his new troops. But while doing so, out of the Webway came a Drukhari raiding force in force as they came down onto this planet for reasons unknown to literally anyone but them. Probably they've been using this outpost as a place to raid and get fighters for Komara. And then when they arrived, they found themselves facing off against the forces of the Black Crusade here. And Abaddon saw this as an opportunity to test their mettle against a hardened force of Xenos raiders. So that's the story that we've got going on. We are going to be playing the tear down the icons mission. It's from the Warzone Nephilim Grand Tournament pack. Essentially, you have 5 objectives on the table here. Primary, you will if you control 1, you get 4 points. If you control 2, you score an additional 4 points, and if you control more than your opponent, you will score an additional 4 points, so a maximum of 12 points per turn there. There is a special rule in this mission. Basically gives you access to 2 actions. One of which is to deploy a bomb in your opponent's territory. So it's got to be in your opponent's territory, and the territories are basically, it's just half the table here. So I can deploy in this half of the table. My opponent can deploy in this half of the table. And essentially you do an action. If you have the objective secured ability, it ends at the end of your turn. Otherwise, it ends at the end of your command phase. And if you do, you place a marker down there. And you have to do it more than 9 inches away from any other bombs. And if that bomb is there at the end of the game, you score 4 victory points for each bomb that's in your opponent's territory, to a maximum of 15 points. To a maximum of 15 points, but you can also do an action on any of those bombs that are in your territory, essentially diffusing it, and it ends at the end of your turn. And at the end of your turn, you roll a d6, adding 3 if you have the objective secured ability, and on a 4+, it is diffused. So objective secured units can auto diffuse it. Everyone else has to get a 4+ on the dice to diffuse it. And again, looking for 15 points from that. We also have chosen 3 secondaries each for ourselves. I have chosen Specimens for the Spider, which is a Creations of Bile specific secondary. Essentially, at the end of each battle round, if I have killed a character or a monster, I will score 3 points. And if I've killed any other unit but a character, a monster, or a vehicle, and these all have to be in close combat with Creations of Bile units, I will score 2 points. So a maximum of 5 points per battle round for that. I then have chosen Engage on All Fronts, which is a general one that you have there, and I have chosen Grind Them Down, so thinking I can kill more enemy units than he can kill of me. My opponent has chosen Retrieve Nephilim Data, so he's going to be doing actions in the table quarters. He has also chosen No Prisoners, so he's getting points for killing my guys, and he has chosen what was the last one? Engage as well, and he's also chosen Engage. So we're both going to be trying to engage on all fronts. We're both going to be trying to kill each other there. It's going to be a fun game, I think, back and forth. So we'll see if my guys who are slightly faster can handle the super speed of the Drukhari, and see if they can weather the blows from beefed up boys from Bile's machinations there. So that is the story. That is the mission. Before we go any further, though, let's show you the 2 armies that are going to be fighting it out. So for the Creations of Bile, I'll be running a battalion detachment and a Supreme Command detachment. Leading off the battalion detachment, we have a Master of Possessions, a Lord Discordant, and a Dark Apostle. We have 2 10-man Cultist Mob squads. We have a 5-man Legionary squad. We have a 5-man Raptor squad. We have a Venom Crawler. We have a 10-man Terminator squad. We have a 10-man Chosen squad. We have 2 5-man Possessed squads. And last but not least, the Supreme Command detachment, we have Abaddon. So for the Drukhari, he'll be running 2 patrol detachments. To lead off this detachment, we have a Succubus and Drazar. We have 2 squads of witches, 1 20-person, 1 5-person. We have a 5-man Incubi squad. We have a 12-person Reaver Jetbike squad. We have a 5-person Hellion squad. Leading off the second detachment, we have an Archon. We have a 10-man squad of Trueborn. We have 2 squads of Kabalite Warriors, 1 10-man, 1 5-man. We have 2 Ravagers. We have 2 Raiders. And last but not least, we have a Void Raven Bomber. All right, so going over deployment now here for the Creations of Bile. On my right flank over here, I've got a 5-man squad of the Possessed. I've got the 2 Cultist squads back here on the objective. I've got my Legionaries right back over here, along with the Venom Crawler. I've got the Master of Possessions. I've got the Dark Apostle and the 10-man Terminator Brick over here. We then have my Disco Lord himself, the Lord Discordant, along with the 10-man Chosen squad, Abaddon, and a 5-man Possessed squad over on that side. In Deep Strike Reserve, I have my 5-man Raptor squad waiting to drop down. Going over deployment here for the Drukhari, we've got a 5-person Witch squad along with the 10-person Kabalite Warrior squad over on this side. We have the 5-person Kabalite Warrior squad on this side. Back over here, we've got a Ravager along with the 12-person bike squad that's back over here hiding in this building. We've got the Void Raven Bomber over here. We have a Raider in the middle there on the objective. Inside that Raider, we have the Archon along with the 10 Trueborn. We've got the 20-person Witch Cult right up on the front lines over here, hiding behind that building. Back over here, we've got another Ravager, as well as the 5-person Hellion squad. And then we have a final Raider over on this side. Inside of this Raider, we have Drazar and his Incubi friends, along with a 5-person 5-person Witch Cult. Is that what's in there?
Yes.
Yeah, 5-person Witch Cult in there as well. So we will now roll off to see who will have the first turn here. Rolling, I rolled a 2. My opponent rolled a 2, so we got to roll again. That's how it goes. Roll the 4 and a 6 or a 1. Is that a 1? That's a 6. So it will be to the Drukhari here on turn number 1. Movement phase for the Drukhari here on turn number 1. The Kabalites kind of came around the corner here, try to get some shots downrange. These Kabalites moved up here onto the objective. This is the Raider over here, moved up over here from the objective over there, as did the Ravager moving up over on this side. Inside the building here, you're going to have to take my word for it, is the witches all pushed up to the front, and then the bikes moved in behind them. We've got the Hellions kind of stayed back where they were, getting some protection, because they're actually technically on the bottom floor there. It's just that their pokey bits would be easy to break, and we don't want to break cool looking models. We've got the other Raider moved up over onto here, onto the terrain there, and the Raider also did the same thing so they can get their shots through without suffering the -1 for that terrain over on that side. And the witches are over here. They were actually in the Raider. They weren't deployed. That was a mistake, but it's fine. So they were in the Raider over there. They did disembark from the Raider before it moved to get into over there, and they are going to be doing retrieve Nephilim data for that corner over there. They're also going to be there for engage, which is pretty good for a good 1-2 point there. So, oh yeah, and the bomber flew all the way down here, and then back over here, dropped a bomb as he flew over it, and at the end of the movement phase, that will go off, hitting all units within 6 inches. So it's actually going to hit everything that I have over here, except for this cultist squad. It does hit the Chosen. It hits all my characters over on this side, my Venom Crawler, the Legionaries, the Terminators, and this cultist squad back over here. So what happens is you roll a d6. On a 4+, the unit suffers d6 mortal wounds. Unless it's a character, then it's on a 5+, it suffers d6 mortal wounds. So let's just go along the line here. We'll start with the Chosen over there. So on a 4+, Nope. Chosen are going to be good. We'll go into the Lord Discordant. He's also going to be fine. We go into the Terminators. They will be hit, so D6 mortal wounds.
It was pretty cool.
Going to do 4 mortal wounds. So they'll kill a guy and leave one with 2 wounds left. Then we'll go into the Dark Apostle. So it's a 5+. Ooh, that will. D6 mortal wounds on the Dark Apostle.
So he was in battle with
6 mortal wounds. Oh no! So that's going to kill his two friends there and leave him with 1 wound left. Oof, man, that is real tough. Then we'll go into the Master of Possessions.
The only reason he fell.
That will also go off. D6 mortal wounds on the Master of Possessions. Oh no. Oh, he is dead. Straight up dead. Oh boy, all that fun stuff I had planned for the Master of Possessions. No thank you, sir. We've got the Venom Crawler. Oh man, you hate my characters. Oh boy.
I'm sorry.
Oh boy. Nope, not onto the Venom Crawler, of course. And then onto the Legionaries. No. Okay, so only the characters is the only thing you want to kill there. Oof, that was spicy. That was spicy. All right, so into the shooting phase, we're going to go with the Ravager over here. He is going to shoot downrange into my Possessed over here. So he is going to be -1 to hit because he's shooting through the trees over here. So he's going to have 3 shots hitting on 4s now. He does get a free reroll, though, so get to reroll one of those. All right, so just going to be the 1 hit. Strength 8. Strength 8, so 3s to wound because they're tough 5. That is a wound. AP 4. AP -4, which becomes AP -3. So still a 5-up save from their demon save over here. No, that's going to go through the damage. Minimum 4. So that's just going to pop one of these guys. Boo! And then this Ravager over here is going to do the same thing into them as well. So we got 3 shots here, hitting on 4s because of going through terrain there. So that's going to be 2 there. Reroll though because he gets his free reroll. Still just going to be the 2 hits there. Wounding on a 3 because of tough 5. So strength 8, tough 5. That is going to be 2 wounds into me over here. 2 5-up saves. Making them both. Woo! And now the Raider over here is going to fire into them as well. So again, 1 shot. Looking for a 4 to hit. Does get a reroll though, right? Yeah, it does get a reroll. No, not meant to be. And then the squad inside, there's 1 Trueborn that has a Dark Lance who's going to fire into my guy over here. So it's going to be hitting on a 2 though because they don't suffer penalties. They can't suffer penalties. So even though they're shooting through there. So that is going to be a hit. What's the strength on this one?
Strength 8 on this.
Strength 8 as well. So 3s to wound. That is a wound. AP
4.
AP 4 becomes AP 3, but still 5-up save. No, that's going to go through. The damage?
Minimum 4.
Minimum 4 again, just like the other ones. All right, so sounds good. And then his Void Raven Bomber here is going to fire into my Possessed as well. So it's going to have 2 shots here. That is going to be 2 hits. These are again wounding on 3s.
Yep, strength 9.
Strength 9. That is going to be 1 wound. So
I think I'm going to command point.
okay, going to spend a CP to reroll that. Into a wound there. So it's going to be 2 at AP 4 again. So 5-up saves. Making 1, failing 1. So the damage is, again, minimum 4. So that's just going to pop one of these guys. And then 1 Dark Lance from the Raider over there is going to go into my Chosen. So again, he's going to be hitting on 3s because he doesn't have, they're not going through forest over there. That is going to be a hit. Strength 8, so wounding on 2s.
I think I forgot to.
No, not going to wound over there. All right, so that's going to be it for the Drukhari turn here. The only leadership that needs to be taken is my cultist back here. We forgot to do it and did it off camera. The bomb did touch them and did 5 mortal wounds to them. So they lost 5 guys, so it's going to be 5 plus, or the 2 gets to a 7. Their leader is still in there, so he is good to go. So that's going to be it for the whatchamacallit, for the Drukhari turn here. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Creations of Bile here on turn number 1. All right, Creations of Bile here, movement phase, turn 1. These cultists all stayed back here on the objective. My legionary kind of spread out over here. The the Dark Apostle did get off, so he did put hit transhuman onto my guys over here. I'm using a marker from Grotworks. I'll have a link in the description. Really super cool. Has a bunch of ones specifically for different armies. Give them a look. It's super helpful to just have like a little marker. It's just like a little button marker there with the information that I need to remember, because Lord knows I will forget it. So they've got over here. He was able to put that off on them. They also advanced up onto the objective over there, rolling like a 5, so they moved their 11 inches, which is great. This is Creations of Bile. These guys over here advanced as well, getting into this table court over here, but because they advanced, I can't drop a bomb. That's fine. They're going to be getting me at least a turn of engage for that side, which is good. Then over here, a whole bunch of things are going on. The Lord Discordant moved up, as did my whatchamacallit, the spider, the big booty spider, the venom crawler over on this side. The Possessed moved up onto the objective. Abaddon advanced. He rolled a 6, moved up over this side. These guys also rolled a 6 for their advance, getting up to 13 inches up over here. So we're feeling pretty spicy on this flank over on this side. That's going to be it for the movement phase, so we'll come back to you with the shooting phase since he killed my Psyker. My Lord Discordant over here is going to start us off in the shooting phase. He is going to fire into the Ravager. He's got his Bale Flamer, so it's going to be 18 inches. It's 2d3 plus 2 because of Let the Galaxy Burn. He does have a Warlord trait called Flames of Spite. Essentially, he in melee attacks, he can reroll the wound roll, but also whenever he makes an attack, a wound roll of a 6 does 1 mortal wound in addition. So he's going to have 2d3. It's going to be 2, 4, 6 total. 6 total hits over here. These are going to be strength 6, so looking for 4s to wound. 6s to wound will do an immortal in addition. So here we go. Okay, so it's going to be 1 mortal wound and 4 saves, AP minus 2.
5 up invul.
So 5 up invul saves.
That's actually amazing that
making none of them. So that's going to be 8, 9 wounds into him over there. Woo! And now my Venom Crawler is also going to shoot into him over there. I'm going to be hitting on 4s because I'm shooting through those forests over on that side. That is going to be 1, 2 hits. It is assault. 1 second. It is assault, so it's not going to get exploding 6s over there. For a long time, I thought they were heavy. They're actually assault. So these are now going to be looking for strength 6 of 4s to wound. That's going to be 1 wound with a 5 up invul save. I'm going to spend a CP to reroll one of these.
Okay,
Nope, not meant to be. There we go. So just the 1. That's how it goes. So you have a 5 up invul save, sir. No, and that is 2 damage, so he is dead. Does he explode? Does not. All right. And then Abaddon is going to fire into his Raider over there. So it's going to be 4 shots hitting on 3s because he advanced. Okie dokie. He gave his rerolls to the Chosen up there. That is going to be 1 wound. AP minus 1.
5 up.
5 up. No, 2 damage. All right, so now my Legionaries over here are going to fire into his Void Raven. The Flamer's not in range over there, so it's just going to be the 8 shots from them. Hitting on 4s because he's minus 1 to hit. But they are rapid fire, so those 2 6s will explode over there. So getting 6 hits on him over here. Strength 4, though, so 5s to wound. Getting 2 wounds. AP nothing, though. So 2, 4 ups. No, takes 2 wounds. All right, there you go. And now my cultists over here are actually going to fire into his Void Raven as well. So we're just going to go with all of their shots over here between the 2 squads because there's 15 guys left over there. These are going to be hitting on 5s, I think. 5s. But the 6s do explode. We'll come back with that. All right, so then these are going to be strength 3, so looking for 6s to wound because he is tough 6. Fill faces. Did get 2, 3. So 3 fill faces over here. So he's got 3 4 up saves. Sure enough, they took 2 wounds off. All right, not bad, cultists. All right, so into the charge phase, I'm going to spend 1 CP on auto stimulants, which is a Creations of Bile stratagem. Allows me for 1 CP to allow a core unit, which the chosen are, to charge even though they advance. So they advanced up over here. I'm now going to spend 1 CP to allow them to charge into these witches over on this side. So I need a 3-inch charge for them to get in. They will be in on a 5. All right, so after pile-ins over here, so they did their charge over this way and then piled in. These 2 guys got close over there. They're all within 2 inches over here, so coherency works. I was able to get 8 guys into combat with them over this side. They do have the full rerolls because of Abaddon giving it to them. So we are going to have 33 attacks into the witches over here. These are going to be hitting on 3s with full rerolls. We'll come back to that. All right, they don't have the Wanton Massacre quite yet, but they do get their rerolls, so no explosions, but then I get another couple here, so that's going to be 4 total misses out of all their attacks there, so that's going to be 29 hits. All right, and they are base strength 4, +1 for being Creations of Bile, +1 because of their accursed weapons, and +1 because they have the Mark of Khorne. So they're going to be strength 7 into toughness 3, looking for 3s to wound. 2s to wound. 2s to wound. I don't know why I went through all that math and then just flubbed it on the last one. Flubbed the landing. 2s to wound. Oof. All right, so that's 20 wounds into them over there. I really tried rolling lots of 1s to try to save them over there. But that's going to be 20 wounds. These are going to be AP -4, but he's got his 4-up invul save in combat over here. So he needs 20 4 pluses here. Let's see if you can do it. No, they're dead. Close, but no, they're dead. The benefit is that my dude bros are now going to have all the wantons because they are chosen, and that's what happens once they kill a unit, so I'll take it. All right, so they were able to do the bad touch onto his raider over here. So now his raider does get to attack back into me here. It was I feel like it was okay. I think he's got, like, what is it, 3 attacks that are going to be coming in? Yeah, so he's going to have his 3 attacks coming in over here. What are they hitting on?
4s.
Oh, hitting on 4s. Okay, he's got good pilots to hit him with their hit him with the wings. Okay, 2 hits. There you go. Strength 7. Okay, looking for 3s to wound. Getting 2 wounds.
AP2.
AP2
and AP1.
AP1. So that becomes AP1 and AP0. So the AP1, we'll do that one first. So that's going to be looking for a 4-up save. Nope, and then a 3-up save. No, okay, I should have done it the other way around, but that's fine. I'll take 1 wound. There we go. All right, so that's going to be it for the Creations of Bile here on turn number 1 and the end of battle round number 1. I did get 2 points for specimens for the spider since I was able to kill a unit, this unit over here. I was also able to get 3 table quarters with units in them, so I got engage for that. And then I also was able to do grind them down because I killed 2 units, the witches and the ravager, getting me 2 kills. He got the 1 kill when he popped my master of possessions back there with the bomb, when he set us off the bomb over there. So yeah, a really good round there. We'll see. Losing the master of possession is it's scary to see what I'm going to be doing going forward here. So we'll have to see how that all plays out. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Drukhari here on turn number 2. All right, so we're in the middle of the Drukhari movement phase, but something occurred. So these bikers over here moved over here, but when they did, they flew over my Terminators over there, and my opponent spent 2 CP on eviscerating flyby. And essentially what happens is he rolls a D6 for every model in the unit, and on a 5+, right? Is it a 5? 4+. On a 4+, it will do a mortal wound. So he's going to have 12 dice that he's rolling because he got 12 in there. It costs 2 CP because it's more than 5 models. So every 4+ that he rolls will be doing a mortal wound to my Terminators. So here we go. Oh, getting a bunch there. That does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like
7?
Is that 7? So 7 mortal wounds into me over there. So that will kill 3 guys and leave 1, or to kill 2 guys and leave 1 guy with 1 wound left. All right, so my opponent has now finished with movement phase, so we will show that here on the Drukhari turn. Both of these Kabalite squads have moved up closer over this side. His Raider with the Archon and the Trueborn has moved up over on this edge over here. You already saw where these boys ended up because of them doing their raid. The Succubus has advanced over onto this side. At this point, because of the power from Pain, all of his army can advance and charge, which is pretty good. The Witches advanced up to where they are over on this side. The Raider kind of moved himself back over here into terrain to get some cover. The Hellions moved on to this objective over here, and they are going to be doing R&D on that corner back over there. And then over here, you will notice that the Raider is gone. The Raider, he spent his last CP to basically, because it's within 9 inches of the table edge, took it off and put him into strategic reserves. So that's going to be it for the movement phase for the Drukhari, so we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. So the Raider over here is going to start us off firing his Dark Lance into my Possessed. So it's going to have one shot here, hitting on a 3.
Okay, so he's dead.
That will be a hit, wounding on a 3. That is also a wound. So 5 up invul save. Yeah, with the filth burst, he's good. Woo! And then this squad over here is of Kabalite Warriors is going to fire into the Possessed. So we have one blaster and then a bunch of splinter rifles, right? Yeah. Splinter rifles. Got it. I could say Xenos stuff. All right, so we got the blaster first, hitting on a definitely a 5. So hitting on a 3. So that's going to be strength 8. Strength 8. So 3s to wound. That is going to be a wound. 5 up invul save because it's like a melta, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just a D6 damage.
A D6 damage melta. So no
melta rule though.
No melta rules. Yeah. So but strength 8. Yeah. D6 damage. 5 up invul save. Whoa. No, not on that 1. So D6 damage. 6 damage. That will kill a guy. And then we got the splinter cannons, splinter rifles, hitting on 3s. All right. Reroll 1 because he can. There we go. Not bad. Not bad at all. And then these are going to be poison 4 pluses, right? So looking for 4s. I'm getting a bunch. So that's going to be 5, 6, 7 wounds there. So we got 7 wounds coming in here. AP. Nothing. So 7 3-up saves. Oh no, he is way dead. Wow, that was real bad. All right. The bikes now are going to fire everything into my Terminators over here. So we're going to have 4 melta thingies, right?
Yes, we're going to shoot the splinter rifles first to try and get rid of that.
Okay, sure. So the splinter rifles are going to go first. These are going to be hitting on 3s. Oh no, hitting on 4s because of the hit transhuman I have there. No rerolls to hit are allowed against them because of the illusory supplication that I have that's still on them over there. These are going to be wounding on 4s. So, wait, 1 second. All right, so they have the Black Rune of Damnation, which would be -1 to wound, but poison is not affected by that because it's not something like Transhuman, which ignores on dice like certain dice results. It's just -1 to wound. So it's going to be 4 pluses, 4s to wound here.
So, okay.
That is going to be 4. Yep, got 4 wounds over here. 4 2-up saves into my Terminators over there. Making them all. And here come the melta guns, basically. The melta, what are they? Something lances or something? Heat lance. So here we go. These are going to be, again, hitting on 4s because of hit transhuman over there. No rerolls, getting the 1 hit. This is going to be wounding on a would-be strength 8, right? So would be wounding on 2s, but becomes wounding on 3s because of the Black Rune of Damnation. That is going to be a wound. So it's AP -4, becomes -3, so 5 up, which is their invul anyway. With the filth face, he's good. So now the Trueborn inside of the vehicle here are going to fire into my Terminators. Still only, even though they got their 2-up weapon skill that cannot be modified, dice rolls of 1 through 3 fail against him. So it's going to be 4s to hit with the Trueborn inside here. Okay, that made a lot of difference. All right, so that's going to be 4 hits. These are poison 4 plus, which again, that ignores. So we keep ignoring each other's things with our special abilities that we've got over here. 4 up, 4s to wound because of poison. Getting 2 wounds over here. 2 2-up saves. Making them good. So now we have 2 blasters that are going to go, hitting on 4s. Getting no hits there. And then we have a Dark Lance. That also will not hit with the Train 69. So he is going to now fire his Dark Lances, right? Dark Lances? Right, yeah. Dark Lances into my Terminators over here. So we got 3 shots, hitting on 4s. Getting 1 hit. No reroll because of the... no reroll. Yeah, no reroll. So it's going to be wounding on a strength 8, right? Yep. So it would be 2s, becomes 3s now because of the Black Rune of Damnation. That is a wound. AP -4, so looking for a 5-up save. No, no, that's fine. He's going to go, so he'll do. All right, so that's going to be it for the shooting phase. So into the assault phase, we're going to start with his succubus here, who's going to charge into my Terminators. I'm going to spend 1 CP to Overwatch with them. 1 of the heavy flamers and 3 of the combi bolters can see her. The other heavy flamer and combi bolter cannot see her just because of where she's placed there. So we're going to go with the heavy flamer first. So it's going to be D6 +2 because of Let the Galaxy Burn. Getting 5, making it 7. 7 hits coming in over here. Strength 5, toughness 3, so 3s to wound. That is going to be 5 wounds into her over there. 4-up invul save. 4-up invul save. She makes 3 of them. Oh, 4 of them. No. Oh, wow. That is real good. So she takes the 1 wound from that. And now the combi bolter is firing in over here. Hitting on 6s because of it being Overwatch. No, nothing there. Okay, fair enough. So, let's find out what her charge needs to be, and then we'll go from there. All right, so she needs a 6-inch charge to get around over here. She does get +1 to the charge here, so it's going to be 2d6 +1. Looking for 6. Does get it in there with a 9. So now the witches are going to charge into both my my Dark Apostle and into the Terminators over here. So here we go. Looking for a 4 to get into both of them.
No reroll.
No reroll on this, though. Oh, I saw the 2 and got excited. All right, so now his bikes over here are going to charge into my Terminators as well. No reroll on this one because he's got no CP, so if he wanted it, he couldn't even do it. But let's see. 6 will get him in, though. All right, so these bikers have been given an upgrade. Basically allows them, when they charge in, to do mortal wounds with units in engagement range. So it's going to be 4 of them there. What are you looking for? 4 plus? 4 plus do an immortal wound over here.
And on a 6, it's D3.
6 is D3. Okay. So it's going to be 2 mortal wounds into them. We're going to start off the fight phase now with the witches attacking. Most of them are going to go into my Terminators over here, but 4 of them are going to go into my Dark Apostle. So we're going to go the ones into the Dark Apostle first. There's 4 of them over there. They're going to be hitting on 3s because of it being turn 2. Yep. So hitting on 3s. Alrighty. Getting a bunch of misses there.
Bunch of misses.
Do they get rerolls in combat?
They get rerolls of 1 to wound.
1 to wound. Okay. So then these are going to be strength 4 because he gave them the drug to give them +1 strength. So strength 4, he's toughness 4. So looking for 4s to wound.
4s to wound.
Rerolling 1s. So you got the 1, 2 there. Okay. That is going to be 2 wounds at AP -2 because of it being there. So it's going to be 2. Is he at 4? One second. All right, so he's going to have 2 4-ups because of it being AP -2, which becomes AP -1. So he's got a base 3. So 2 4-up saves. I mean, I needed to make 1 of those, not double fail. I was willing to spend a CP to save him. Oh, he'll be dead, but he will get to attack back. And now these attacks into the Terminators over here. So we're going to have... there's 14 now that are going to be going into the Terminators because there's 2 with special weapons that we'll do separately. 4 guys went into my Dark Apostle, so these are going to be 14. So we're going to start with half of their attacks because they have 4 attacks each. So we're going to go with 28 attacks coming in over here. These are going to be hitting on 4s now for these ones because they have the hit transhuman on them. All right, not bad. All right, so that was 13 hits. Now we'll do the second half. We'll just do all the hits together here. All right, we'll figure that one out. All right, so these are going to be 20. There was 11 on that one, so a total of 24 hits into them over there. Because of the Black Rune of Damnation, their strength 4, toughness 4, would be 4s to wound, but now becoming 5s to wound because of the Black Rune of Damnation. Rerolling 1s to wound. It was only rerolls to hit that you can't do because of the hit transhuman there. So you get to reroll those 1s to wound into them.
I guess no.
All right. All right, so we got 4 AP2s and 2 AP1s, which become AP1s and AP0s because of Armor of Contempt. So we're going to do the 4 AP2s that become AP1s, so we're looking for 3-up saves on these ones. Failed one of them, so the one guy was on 1 wound is going to be dead, and then we've got 2 2-ups. And those are going to be good to go. And now we have the special weapons coming in here, so we're going to go with the net first, 4 attacks, hitting on 4s. That's going to be 2 hits. Strength 4. Strength 4, so 5s to wound because of the black rune. No. Oh, but rerolling 1s, right? Yep, get to reroll the 1s. It's the whole unit, right? No wounds there. And then we are going to do the whatchamacallit, it's the whip, right? Yeah, the whip's going to come on in here. Again, hitting on 4s. No rerolls on this one, so 1 hit. Strength.
Poison 4+.
Poison 4+, so it does not matter about that. It is a wound there. AP? 3. So becomes AP2, so looking for a 4-up save. With the Phil face, he's good. All right, so now my Dark Apostle will fight back on death over here. He's going to have 5 attacks, hitting on 2s. That's going to be all hits. Wounding on 2s because it becomes strength 7 with Creations of Bile and his Dark Crozius or Cursed Crozius or whatever it is. Okay, that's going to be 4 wounds. 4 wounds into him over there. AP -1. So, but you still have your 4-up invul save. So 4-up invul save, 2 damage apiece, which he doesn't care about. That will be 2 made and 2 dead witches. And then the other Terminator who died is going to have his 4 attacks into him over there. Hitting on 3s. That is going to be 3 hits. Wounding on 2s. That is going to be 3 wounds. AP minus 4-up. 4-up invul. I keep forgetting. Ooh, they are good to go. All right, so now his bikes are going to attack in here. 8 of them can get in range to have attacks here. 3 attacks each, +1 for his sergeant guy there. These are going to be hitting on 4s because of hit transhuman yet again. All right, we'll come back to that. Strength 4 because of their weapons, their veins there that they've got there. So these are now going to be wounding on 5s because of the Black Rune of Damnation. Getting 2 wounds into me over here, but they're both AP2, right? You get the plus AP2. So they're both AP2, which becomes AP1, so 3-up saves. I'm making them both. And now the succubus is going to attack here. She's got 6 attack space, +1 for the drug that she has. These are going to be hitting on 4s again because of hit transhuman. So 6s matter. 6s will matter for this one though. Hitting on 4s, so 1 6 there, and a bunch of 4s, which is pretty good. So that's going to be 5 hits. The 6 to hit matters because that's 3 mortal wounds flat. So and that goes away. So it does instead of. And then these are going to be 4 strength what?
Strength 4.
Strength 4, so 5s to wound because of the black rune. 1 extra wound there. AP -1 becomes AP0, so 2-up save. And they're good with that one. But the 3 mortal wounds do kill someone, so they will be attacking. All right, so I'm going to take the 3 mortal wounds onto my aspiring champion over there. He's going to go into her with his attack, so he's going to have 5 attacks here. Hitting on 3s.
Do like 2 versus 2, or
that's going to be 3 wounds. 3 hits? 3 wounds. I wish. These are going to be wounded on 2s, though. So it is 3 wounds, okay. These are going to be AP a lot, but she has an invul save of 4-up. 4-up. She will take 2 wounds. All right, putting her at 2. But she also has is it a relic or warlord trait? Something. Show stealer, which allows her to, when she consolidates, she consolidate in any direction. So she is going to consolidate away from my guys, which is why I kind of sacrificed the guy. I wanted to get some actual shots into her because he's the only one that could. And now my Terminators get to attack back in. They're going to put all their attacks into the witches because I think it's better to just focus down a unit here. These are going to be 16 attacks because there's 4 guys left in there. They are going to be 4 guys left there. They are going to be 4 attacks each. I spent 1 CP on Wrath of the Chosen, bringing me down to 1 CP. These are going to be hitting on 2s now because of that. Okay, so it's 3 misses. And then I've got wounding on 2s now because of strength a lot, because of corn and bile and their weapon there. So strength 7, so 2s to wound. That's a lot of 1s that I rolled there. That's fine. So it's still going to be 9 wounds into you over there. 9 4-up. So 9 4-up invul saves. Ooh, made a bunch of those. Only 3 of them go down? Ooh, buddy. That is brutal. All right. All right, so that's going to be it for the Drukhari turn here on turn number 2. We do have, both of us have leadership tests to take here. I've got my Terminators. They lost 5 this battle round because I've got 4 left. I'd lost the 1 to the bomb the turn 1. So I've lost 5 this turn. I did kill off my champion there, so I am down to leadership 9 on them. So I have lost 5, so I'm looking for a 5 or a 6, and they will have someone run away. Oh, of course. I saw the 1, and I needed it not to be that. So 1 will run away, and then I've got 3 others there that might also possibly run away. No, they're going to be fine. At least the 3 others are going to stay there. The 1's going to run away. The other 3 are going to be there. So that is going to be it for them. Then you have your leadership to take here. You lost 5 as well, but your leadership is 8. So a 4, 5, or 6, and they will fail. Oh, on the 6, one of them is going to run, and we will count all the other ones there. 1 second. All right, so we got 14 that are left there that we're going to roll. 1s, because there's still more than half the unit there. So 1s, they'll run away. So another 2 will run away. The bright pit makes a big difference. I like those dice. So that's going to be another 2 run away. So that's going to be it for the Drukhari turn there. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Creations of Bile here on turn number... What turn is this? 2. All right, we also have to roll, we realized, for retrieve Nephilim data back over here because it's a 5-man unit that does not have OBSEC, so they can technically fail on a 6. So... just roll not a 6, and you will have gotten it. Ooh, I saw the 6, but no, they're good to go. So that's going to be 2 sections now that he has retrieved Nephilim data. Movement for the Creations of Bile here on turn number 2. These guys all stayed back over here. They're pretty happy where they're at back over here. At the end of the turn, spoiler alert, these guys dropped down over here. My Disco Lord and the Spider both moved where you can see them right there, moving their extra inches because of being Bile, which is pretty nice. The Possessed also moved up over here, looking to get a charge off on this side. The Chosen over here advanced. They had to take a -2 to their movement because of the terrain there, but now they're out of the terrain, which is nice. Looking for a 4-inch charge into those Dubros back over there. And Abaddon, as much as I like him, he's going to have to... he's just going to screen out his other guy from coming in over there with his barge. So it pains me, but everyone else is going to be doing more for me points-wise to get them in there. So that's what he's just going to have to make the sacrifice. And he understands, as a good leader, sometimes the leader needs to make sacrifices for the team there, and that's fine. He's just going to chill, maybe have a coffee, and get a better idea. He can sit back and look and see how his guys on this training mission, how they're performing, and get a better idea. So we'll take it. That's what I'm going with. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. Again, no psychic phase because he killed my Berserker, and now we're going to move into the shooting phase. We'll see. All right, so starting off the shooting phase, my Lord Discordant is going to fire into his Raider over here with his Bale Flamer. So it's going to be 2d3 plus 2. That is going to be 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be 6 total hits over there. Strength 6, so 4s to wound. The 6s do a mortal in addition. All right, so there's going to be 1 additional mortal in there, and then you've got 4 wounds into you. AP -2. 5 up invul save. So that's going to be 2, 4, 6, and then a 7 because of the damage because of the mortal wound that goes in there. And then my Spider is also going to fire into him as well. Going to have 6 shots over here, hitting on 3s. All right, so it's going to be 2 misses, but 1 6 explodes because it's an assault weapon now. These are now, whoa, throwing dice everywhere. Strength 6 again, so 4s to wound. Oh, only getting the 1, so it's not going to die. Oh, buddy, here we go. No, so he's still going to take the 2 damage, though. And now these guys over here are going to fire their bolt pistols into him. So we've got 5 shots. That's going to be hitting on 3s because they're touching the terrain over there. So it's going to be 2 hits and an explode because of it being in the middle wontons over there. These are going to be strength 4, so 5s to wound. A whole lot of 4s, nothing there. Fair enough. 2 bolters from over here are in range of him. He's got 1 wound left. I want to try to kill it. I'm looking for grind. Here we go. So it's going to be 4 shots here, hitting on 3s. Getting 3 hits plus an explosion because it's a rapid-fire weapon. Wounding on 5s. Getting 3 wounds. Here we go. AP nothing, though. Oh, is it 3 up armor save?
4 up armor save.
4 up armor save, so he does die. Does he explode?
Do I explode?
No, the opposite of explode. So it implodes, which does double damage. I'm not sure if you know about that rule. It's special. I don't. Most people don't know, but yeah. Yeah, it came in the latest balanced data slate, so I don't know if you heard about it. So now you've got 11 models inside there. All right, so 11 ones, they twist ankles. 2 will twist ankles. Sounds good. All right, so that's going to be it for the shooting phase because I don't have anything else that can shoot. At least not at anything that's not engaged in combat. So we are going to move into the assault phase. I'm going to spend 1 CP on auto stimulants. These guys are getting stimmed again. They're just like pumping themselves full of stimulants. They are going to make a charge into the Hellions over there. So I need to get a 4-inch charge to get into because they're just outside of 4 inches over there. Oh, and 8 inches will get them in. All right, so next, the Lord Discordant here is going to charge into the witch. The succubus, sorry, the witch. Into the succubus over here. He is a 9-inch charge to get in over there. I'm not going to make it on that. I am going to spend my last CP on it. I think it's worth it. Oh, no! I saw the 6, got excited, got the 1, almost. So he's not going to make it in. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. And then these guys, they need a 10-inch charge to get into the Cabalites over on this side over here. Let's see what they can do. Show up. Oh, with the 10, they're in! That is killer. That is real good. And now the Spider is going to charge in to the witches over there. He's going to be in with an 8. And then the Possessed are going to do the same thing. They're going to be in with a 4. So starting off the fight phase here, we are going to go with my Possessed into his witches. I had a bit of thinking about what it was that how I wanted to go about this, like what I wanted to do, because all of his witches have fight first. So I get my first attack in as a charger, and then he will be able to have more that he can then choose from there. But, it's questions and whatevers. So I decided to go with them. They seemed like a good call here. So they're going to have 26 attacks into them over there because it's 5 attacks each except for the champion who has +1 attack there. So it's going to be 26 attacks hitting on 3s. All right, pretty good. So 18 hits into them over there. Wounding on 2s. Okay, so it's going to be 2 that were gone there. So that should be 16 into you over there. 5, 10, 15, 16. Yep, 16 wounds. These are going to be 4 up invul saves. Oh, that was not as good as your other ones had been. So I think you made 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so you made 4, so 12 will be dead. Oof. So now the Hellions are going to attack over here. 1 can't get into combat over there because just the way where I managed to get my charge in over there. I didn't try to, I did. I'll pretend that I did. I pretended to pretend that I positioned myself exactly correctly to do what I needed to. But really, I just lucked out. So, so here we go. These are going to be the Hellions attacks in here, hitting on 3s. Ooh, that's a lot of 1s. Do you get reroll with them?
They do not.
They do not. Okay. Oh, it's the not heart, but yeah, heart. Succubus would have helped them, and then they also would have had it if the non-witches, the other ones. What are they called? No, the black heart, right? They get
Black Heart Cabal.
Black Heart Cabal. The Cabal. That's what Cabal was the word I was looking for. Jeez, man, words. Word retrieval, fun times. All right, so that's going to be 6 hits into me over here. These are now going to be strength 4. So looking for 4s to wound because they are tough 4. That is going to be 6s do care because those become AP2, right? So that's going to be 4 total wounds over there. 1 is going to be AP2, which becomes AP1, and then the others are going to be AP1, which becomes AP0. So we're going to do the 1 that's AP1. So this is looking for a 4-up save on these guys over here, making it with a fill face, and then I've got 3 3-up saves.
3-ups.
Making all of those as well, killer. So now my raptors over here are going to attack into those Cabalites. I am going to just pull all the attacks, but I did engage into his other Kabalite squad over here to keep them from being able to shoot me, or at least make him spend CP to do so. So these are going to go into the 5-man Kabalite squad over here. These are going to be hitting on, I'll re-roll that one in a second, I just don't feel like picking it up. Hitting on 3s. So they got 21 attacks between them over here because it's 3 base, 4 for the Aspiring Champion. And now these are going to be wounding on 3s because Strength 5 from Bile, 3, Tough 3 over there. All right, so there's going to be, well, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds into you over here. These are going to be AP -1 because of the Astartes Chainswords. So 7 -1. So yeah, so looking for 5 up saves.
5 up.
Oh, doing real well there. 4 will be dead, but 1 will survive. All right, so now his bikers are going to go. They've piled in over here. He's going to have 10 that were able to get into combat over here. They're going to put all their attacks into my Terminators. So they're going to have 3 attacks each. These are going, so that's going to be 30 attacks that are going to be coming in over here.
31 with the Sergeant.
31 with the Sergeant who's able to get in over there. These are going to be hitting on 3s.
Yep.
So, because hit transhuman's gone since you ganked my guy. So we'll come back to you with that. All right, so these are strength 4, so looking for 4s to wound into my Terminators over there. Oh no, 5s to wound because of the black rune.
Right.
Forgot about the black rune. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1 of which is AP2, which becomes AP1, and 2 of which are AP nothing to me. So we'll do the AP -1, so 3 up. Make that one. But I failed one of the 2 ups. Okay, so I will take 1 wound. Sorry, we do have rerolls of 1 because the succubus is in range over there. But it does not matter.
Do some damage.
All right, so now my chosen are going to get to go here. They are going to have 39 attacks because 1 guy cannot make it into combat over there. So we're going to have to take his 4 attacks away, but that's fine. We will survive. So here we go. These are going to be 39 attacks. These are going to be hitting on 3s. 6s do explode because they've got all the wontons because they killed that 1 unit of witches over on this side. All right, so with the 6 explosions there from Fill Faces, they have 36 hits into them over here. These are going to be looking for 3s to wound because they end up being strength 7 all told with their weapon, Corn, and the Mark of Corn, and also with the Creations of Bile in there. So yes, so looking for 3s to wound because they're tough 4. That's a lot. We'll come back to you. All right, so we have 24 wounds into him over here. These are AP -4 because of their icon of corn that they have going on there. So these are going to be looking for 6s. No, they are going to be dead. There's
maybe.
2, so 20-something wounds in there. Yeah, they are going to be dead. All right, so we're going to do both of the Kabalite squads over here. The 1 guy that's in the middle of them, and then the other guys that combined in here. So it's going to be 24 attacks because there's 2 sergeants that are in there. Hitting on 3s. Okay, not bad. And then strength 3, so 5s to wound. That is 3 wounds. But are those the AP, extra AP, or that's only the witches get the extra?
Yeah, but it only brings it to AP1.
Oh, it brings it to AP1, so that's going to be 3 AP0 because of that. Looking for 3 up saves. Making all of them. Then over here, my biker moved, my spider moved up onto the objective over there. But when he piled in, he had 5 in there. So my Terminators are now going to swing back into his dude bros. So they are going to be hitting on 3s. That is wow, that was really good. Just the 1 miss there. Too bad it's not the next turn because those 6s would have exploded. These are going to be strength 7 though, so 3s to wound. There's all the 1s and 2s, fair enough. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at AP -3. AP -3, but you got your 4 up invul saves.
6 up invul.
Oh, 6 up. So AP -3, 6 up invul saves on them. Making 1 of them, so 2 will be dead and 1 will take a wound. All right, so into the morale phase here, we do have 1 test to take here. The 1 Kabalite squad that's in the middle there, he lost 4 of his guys, and he is currently surrounded by a bunch of raptors. He is a scared guy. Hold on 1 second. Now, raptors might have something. Yeah, they're fearsome. So you subtract 1 from the leadership characteristic of models in that unit. So they're going to have that. So that's going to make him down to 8. They lost 4. So let's see if he runs away. No, on a 1, he is sticking around. He is angry about it. And actually, I think that the Possessed also have that over there. So the Possessed, I think, are going to make you minus to your, minus 1 leadership characteristic to models within 6 units. So that does make a difference here. So I think he's going to be, because they lost 2, right? Lost 2. And their leadership on the bikers is 8, so that becomes leadership 6. So you can technically run away. Yep. So let's see what this happens here. So he needs, I need a lot of them to run away for me to still hold that objective, but you never know. So it's so you would be leadership 8. You lost. It's minus 2 to leadership, so it makes it leadership 6. Yeah. No, minus 1. Let's subtract 1. I don't know where I'm going with that. So it becomes a 7. You lost 2. So if you roll a 6, they will run away. 1 will run away. Well, let's see. No, so close. I saw it. So close. All right, so that is going to be it for the turn here for the Creations of Bile. I have engaged for 3 points because I got all 4 quarters. I also have whatchamacallit. I have. What's the other thing with engaged? Specimens. I got 3 points for specimens because I killed a unit in close combat, but not a character yet. So I got 2 points for that. And I did get grind for 3 points because I killed more units than he did. So that's going to be it for the Creations of Bile turn here. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Drukhari here on turn number 3. Movement phase for the Drukhari here on turn number 3. Back over here, his Cabalites all stayed in combat, including the one guy that's stuck in the middle of all those guys. That's fine. He's fine. Everything's fine. That's fine. His Archon did move up over here, so he's actually on the first floor. It's just easier to put him up there so he doesn't get scratched up trying to reach out back in over there. So he's going to be looking to get the charge off on these dude bros. The Trueborn moved up here, one of them just towing in with their OBSEC onto the objective over there. When they screamed out, "We've got this!" Everybody slow turned their heads towards them, and they may have messed their void suits, but that's fine. They're going to be fine. You know, they're Drukhari. They like this kind of stuff, right? They like the pain that's probably going to come from a big old nasty big booty spider. His Raider has moved around over here because their drivers are a little less intent on getting massacred by a whole bunch of scary-looking Chaos Space Marines. So they get moved over there. His Void Raven Bomber has dropped in back over here. At the end of the movement phase, I guess, spoiler alert, also over here, he came in from strategic reserves over on this side, spoiler alert. It all happened in the proper order if you're worried. I wasn't, so... but the bikes did fall back. My opponent spent 2 CP to allow them to shoot and charge, because you can spend 1 CP to shoot or charge, or you can spend 2 CP to shoot and charge when they fall back. So he spent the 2 CP that he had to fall back and shoot and charge. And the succubus over here, she ran into battle, bravely rolling the 1 for her advance. So she's got a bit of an extra charge, but that's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so we're going to start off with his Raider over here, who's going to fire his Dark Lance into my Possessed over there. So this is going to be 1 shot, hitting on a 3, right? No, not meant to be. Oh, but the Black Heart. That's right. Rerolling. There we go. Rerolls into a hit. There you go. That's how that works. Looking for a tough 5, so 3s to wound. 3s to wound. No, not meant to be that time. No. Void Raven Bomber is now going to fire into the Possessed as well over here. 2 shots hitting on 3s. I don't know why I said 4s. There he is, because he's still not fully wounded there. So that's going to be 1 miss, but Blackheart allows him to reroll. Into a hit. So there we go. That's going to be 2 hits. Looking for 3s to wound. Oh, okay. Not meant to be. And then the Ravager back over here is going to fire into... I got that right, Ravager? Yeah. Into the Possessed over there. So he's going to have 3 shots hitting on 3s. Reroll 1 because of Blackheart. Not meant to be on that one, so that's 2 hits. Looking for 3s to wound. Getting 1 wound. 5 up invul save. No, I'm not going to let that. So it's going to be minimum 3 is going to kill a guy. And now his bikes are going to fire here. The 4 with the Melta Stuffs are going to fire into my into my possessed over here, and then everyone else is going to fire into my 10-man cultist squad who has done nothing wrong to you over there. So these are going to be the Melta shots hitting here, hitting on 3s because he doesn't have a -1 to hit when he falls back because they're fancy boys.
I think we hit on 2s.
Oh, hitting on 2s because it's round 3 of the drugs.
No, the drugs give
power for pain.
Yes.
No.
The drugs for them specifically gives them +1 ballistic.
Oh, their drugs give them +1 ballistic skill, so it's going to be hitting on 2s. There we go. So the Melta one's hitting on 2s. That's going to be all hits into in there. These are now going to be strength 8, so 3s to wound because of being tough 5. That is going to be 3 wounds, AP -4, right?
Yep.
So these are going to be looking for 5-up invul saves. And I made 1 of them, so 2 go through. What's the damage on these?
Minimum 3.
Oh, minimum 3, so that's going to kill 2 guys. And then we have actually the splinter rifles, and now over here going to fire into the 10-man squad here. They're going to be hitting on 3s, or no, 2s as well again because of their drugs that they get going on there, which is fancy for them.
I got fancy drugs.
All right, so it's going to be 2 misses there. These are now strength, poison 4+.
Poison 4+.
Yeah, because strength 2.
Yep.
So, but poison 4+. So looking for 4s. Okay, doke. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right?
5.
And those are become AP 2.
AP 0.
AP 0. Oh, that's all 5 AP 0.
Yep.
So I do have 5 6-up saves on them over here. Looking for them fill faces. No fill faces. 5 are dead. And now the Trueborn here are going to fire 1 blaster and 1 dark lance, right? Dark lance, yeah, is going to fire into my possessed. The other blaster and the splinter rifles are going to go into my terminators over here. So let's go with the dark lance first. All right, so this is going to be hitting on a 2 because they don't suffer any penalties, right?
Nope.
Yeah, because they're fancy Trueborns. That is a hit.
That's it.
Wounding on a 3.
3 to wound you.
That is a wound. AP enough that I've got my 5-up invul save. Making it with the 5. And then we got the blaster into them as well. That is a hit. That is a wound. 5-up invul save. No, that's going to go through in a minimum. Oh no, this is D6 on the blaster. That's right. So D6 wounds. 3 is enough. That's what he needed. He's dead. And then the other blaster into the terminators over there. That is not going to be a hit, but he gets a free reroll because of being Blackheart into a hit. That is a 4 is a wound because it's -1 to wound, but you were wounding on 2s, so it became 3s. But that is a wound. AP -4 becomes AP -3, still 5-up save. Yeah, good with the 5. And here come the splinter rifles into my terminators. These are going to be again hitting on 2s. We've already used a reroll, so that 1 is a miss. And then you've got looking for whatchamacallits. These are 4 to wound because of poison. So that gets past my black rune. That's fine. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at no AP to me, and then 1 at 1. Oh no, nothing. Oh, okay. So it's just going to be a total of 6 2-up saves on my terminators over there. Failed 1, so I will take 1 wound. All right, so here we go. Into the charge phase now. The succubus is going to charge into my legionaries. She has a 5-inch charge, but because she gets +1, she needs a 4 on the dice. So he needs to roll 2d6, needs to get a 4+. Oh, I see the 1. Oh, exactly a 4. I saw the 1 before the 3, and I got excited, but no, she has just enough to get in. Oh. And now his bikers are going to charge all 3 of my units back over here. So I think you need like a 3 or 4 or something like that. We'll see. We'll see if it's low enough. We'll figure it out. Because the hardest one's going to be the 1 back here, but you should have enough to get in. Unless you roll a 4. It should be. And then the Archon's going to charge in over here. He gets 6, so we can maneuver around where he wants. So we do have over here, when they charge in, they can do mortal wounds. So we're going to do the 4 guys that are going to go into my legionaries, correct? That's what I was. All right, so this is looking for 4 pluses to do mortal wounds. Does 2 mortal wounds, so that will kill 1 guy. All right, so we're going to start over here with the Archon. He's going to attack in. He's over there in the corner. You can see him attacking into my Raptors over here. He has elected for my Raptors to fight last because the Archon has said ability. So they're going to. So all of his Cabalites will get to attack before I do as an activation as a whole. They'll still get to fight on death, which is nice for Creations of Bile. But Yeah, I can't activate them as a thing anyway, so that's fine. So they're going to come over here. So we're going to go with the Archon first. How many attacks does he have?
He has 5 base, gets +2 for the weapon.
5 base plus 2 for the weapon. Hitting on 2s, I imagine?
Yes.
All right. Okay, that's going to be all hits. Pretty good. Strength?
Strength 4.
Strength 4, toughness 4, so it's looking for 4s to wound.
4s to wound him. AP 3 on these.
4s at AP 3.
And these 2 are AP 4 now.
Those are AP 4 now. So that's going to be 4 at AP 3, 2 at AP 4. Let's do the 2 at AP 4. Why not? These are going to become AP 3, so looking for 6-up saves. Show me them fill faces. Nope, nothing there. So that's going to be 1 guy dead. And then
3 damage apiece.
3 damage apiece. So that's 2 guys dead. And then we've got 4 that are coming in over here. These are going to be AP 3, which becomes AP 2s. So looking for 5-up saves on these ones. Making just 1, so that's going to be just enough to kill the whole squad. So I am going to fight back. All right, so now the way this works is that each model gets to fight back. So I'm going to do it one at a time because it makes a difference for what I can pile into. So we're going to start with the guy back over there. He's going to go. His 4 attacks into that 1 Cabalite in the middle there. Hitting on 3s. Getting the 1 hit. Okay. Strength 5, so 3s to wound. That is not a wound. I've got 1 CP. I've got some other guys.
Yeah,
so then we're going to go, we're going to go to this next guy over here. He's going to go into him. 4 attacks. There we go. That's a little bit better. Just 2. Wounding on 3s. Getting the 1 at AP -1. 5-up save.
Come on,
Don't be the hero he needs. We don't need heroes right now. No, and he's gonna go down. The big difference that makes is that he's gonna be dead. So these 2 guys over here are gonna pile into his fancy friend over this side. So they're gonna pile in over there. So it's gonna be 8 attacks into his dude bro over there. Into his Archon. That's the word I was looking for. Archon. Yeah, Dubro Archon. So 8 attacks into him, hitting on 3s. Alrighty. So 2 misses, but 1 explosion because of being the 3rd round and having the wanton massacre. Yep. These are going to be wounding on 3s because he's they're strength 5. Okay, so that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these have to be done 1 at a time because he's got his little thingy there, the 2-up invul save. So 1 at a time, 2-up invul save until he fails. Then it becomes a 4-up armor save, which is going to be a 5-up save. Yep. So here we go.
My 2.
So looking for a 2. Oh, I saw white flapping, but it was fine. We got 1. 2. Oh boy. Is he going to tank these? 3 is good. 4 is also good. And 5. And he's good. All right. And then we've got the 1 sergeant there who's going to go has to go into the Cabalite warriors over here. So 5 attacks into them, hitting on 3s. No explosions, but all hits. Pretty good. Wounding on 3s. Okay, a lot of 1s there. 2 at AP -1. 2 5-ups. Make it both of them. That's how those Cabalites work. There you go. All right, so now the Reaver jet bikes are going to fight in over here. They have piled in. 3 are going to go into this Chaos Cultist, the Cultist mob over this side. 2 are going to go into this Cultist mob on this side. And then 5 are going to go into my Legionaries. So we're going to do the 5 into the Legionaries first. These are going to be hitting on 2s now because of it being turn 3 here. All but 1 hit. Pretty good. These are now going to be strength 4. So looking for 4s to wound.
6s will matter.
6s will matter. So it's going to be 2 at AP 2. And then 4s to wound here. So it's going to be 5 at AP 0, essentially, and 2 at AP 1. So we'll do the 2 at AP 1. These are going to be looking for 4-up saves. Yep. Making 1, failing 1. So 1's down to 1. There's 1 damage apiece, right? Yeah, so 1 down to there. And then we've got 5 coming in over here at AP 0, looking for 3-up saves. Failing 2 of those. So 1 will be dead. 1 will be down to 1 wound. All right, so we're now going to go with the 2 into the 5-man squad over here. These are going to be, again, hitting on 2s because of the power from pain.
Yep.
All right, that's going to be 2 misses. These are now going to be strength 4, so looking for 3s to wound. All right, so 1 wound into him over there. AP -2. So it's going to be, becomes AP -1, so it just goes straight through because they got a 6-up save. So 1 guy will be dead over on this side. And here we go, the 3 into my 5-man squad over there. hitting on threes. Oh, no, twos. Hitting on twos. So that's going to be all hits into them there. And then these are going to be wounding on threes because strength 4, toughness 3. So that is going to be 2 that will go straight through. And then because of armor of contempt, because they are Heretic Astartes, so they get armor of contempt. They don't get legion traits, but they get armor of contempt. So those guys will not get to fight back on death, but they will be able to get the armor of contempt because reasons, I guess. Reasons. They've got. It's not really armor of contempt. It's more like rags of contempt over here. So that's AP2 becomes AP1, which is enough to go through their rags of contempt. And then I've got the 5 becomes AP1 becomes AP0. They get 6 up saves on their rags of contempt. No, failed all of them. So that squad is now wiped. All right, and the guy over there that died from the Legionaries, now he gets his attacks in here because he does get the benefit there. He's going to have 3 attacks that have to go into the bikers here. These are going to be hitting on 3s. That is going to be 2 hits, no explosions. Wounding, toughness 4, strength 4, so wounding on 4s. That's going to be 1 wound. AP, nothing. So, but a 2 is still going to be a fail, so that will kill that one guy over here. The succubus is now going to attack into my legionaries over here. So she's got 8 attacks on the charge with her weapon over here, hitting on 2s. Okay, that's going to be all hits. Pretty fancy there. All right. No 6s for extra AP, but that's fine. Oh no, 6s explode. Oh, that's right. The 3 mortals would have gone in. So no 6s, no mortals. Here we go. But these are now strength what?
Strength 4.
Strength 4, so 4 is the wound. Okay. Do you get to re-roll those ones?
No, only for the unit.
Gotcha. So that's going to be 6. Is there extra AP on any of this?
Yes. AP2 for those.
AP2 on those, AP1 on those. So it's going to be 1 and 0. Yep. So we'll do the 2 AP1s. So these are looking for 4 up saves. Failed 1, so there will be 1 guy dies. And then I've got 4 for the other ones. These are going to AP3s. 3 AP3s. 3 up saves. Yes, wishes AP3s, but no, 3 up saves. Making all of those. So it's just going to be the 1 guy that's going to die. Who will put his attacks back into... he'll put his 3 attacks into the succubus because why not? So here we go. 3 attacks hitting on 3s. Going to get 2 hits. It is technically enough.
That's enough.
Wounding on 3s. Still technically enough. 2 4-up... Oh, no. Does she have an armor save that's better? No, it's just 4-up invul save. Oh, and she does go down. That's killer. So she did die in combat. So that's going to be 3 points for 3 points of the spider, the specimens for the spider. I'll take that. I'll take that. All right. All right. So the cultists are out of combat now because of the guy that died over on this side. But the legionaries get to fight back. They're going to have hitting on 3s. Okay, they apparently seeing their friends die made them upset. Wounding on 4s. Okay, nothing. We're fine. We're good. Everything's good. So that is going to be it for the Drukhari turn here. They only lost 1, so your guys are fine. But I lost whatchamacallits enough over here that I've lost 6 total. So I think I need a 1 to pass on this one. No, I failed this. So 1's going to run. And then I've got 3 more that could possibly run on 1s and 2s. So, okay, I'm left with 1 guy left in that squad. All right. Movement phase for the Creations of Bile here on turn number 3. During the command phase, actually, I should say, I used Tide of Traders back over here, got back 5 models. Oh, I can actually get 1 extra model there because there was the 1 guy left over there. So he's going to come back over here, which is cool. Then during the movement phase, my legionaries fell back out of combat over here. Abaddon has advanced up over this way. Oh, we made a mistake with engage before. I gave myself 3 points for engage. Abaddon was in the back there. He's not a unit of 3, so he does not get to hold that back there. So I actually only got 2 points for engage as opposed to 3 points for engage. But now my big booty spider has moved back over there to take care of that for now. And Abaddon has advanced up over this way towards here because he's expecting Drazar to do Drazar things, and then Abaddon will do Abaddon things. My Terminators have moved up the board over here, looking onto his bikers back over on this side. My Disco Lord has moved up over here. He's going to be in range to shoot into that Ravager over there, and if he doesn't kill it, then all those spiky boys are going to take care of it themselves. And that is going to be it for the movement phase for the Creations of Bile. I'm starting to come down to the end of it with my models, but that's fine. Fine. It's fine. It's fine. All right, so we will come back to you with the shooting phase. I'm going to start over here with my Disco Lord putting his Bale Flamer into the Ravager over there. It's going to be 2d3 plus 2 auto hits. That's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6 auto hits. These are now going to be strength 6, so 4s to wound. That is going to be 1, 2, 3 wounds. No extra mortals, so it's just going to be 3 to wound. AP minus 2, so 5 up invul saves. Making 1, so that's going to be 4 damage into them. Now my Terminators are going to fight. We've got the 2 guys with heavy flamers are going to fire into the bikes. The 1 guy with the combi bolter is going to fire into his Trueborn over here. So let's do the heavy flamers first. It's going to be 2d6 plus 4 auto hits into them over there. So that's going to be 6, 7, 11 auto hits that are going to be coming in over here. These are going to be strength 5, so looking for 3s to wound. That's pretty good. These are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at AP minus 1.
5 ups.
Making 2 of them, so that's going to be 2.5 dead. All right, so now my cultists are going to fire into him because I want to try to get off that 1 wound there. Hitting on 4s, not exploding 6s because these are going to be rapid fire weapons, and we are into the 3rd wantons over here. These are going to be wounding on 5s, strength 3. Getting 1, 2, 3 wounds into you over here. AP nothing. Just the 1, so the 1 guy will die, which is what I was hoping. Now back over here, my Spider is going to fire into them as well. So he's going to have 6 shots coming in here, hitting on 3s. Okay, okay, just the 1. Strength 6, so 3s to wound. Of course, he does that. And then Abaddon's going to do his biz over here. He's going to have 4 shots, hitting on 3s because he advanced. Re-rolling because of himself. All right, that's going to be 3 hits. Strength 5, so 3s to wound. That's going to be 3 wounds at AP minus 1.
5 up.
5 ups. Failing 2 of them, 2 damage apiece. So that's going to be 2 more dead. We forgot about his combi bolter that's going into the Trueborn over here, so he's going to fire. That's going to be 4 shots hitting on 3s. Does not explode because it is a rapid fire. Wounding on 3s. That's going to be 1 wound at AP nothing.
4 up for the Cobblites.
4 up on the Cobblites. Good to go. And now my Chosen over there, they're going to fire their bolters into the Trueborn over here. Remember, because they killed a unit, they are in all the Wantons, so these will explode. Hitting on 3s. All right. Got a couple, 5 misses there, but 1 explosion. These are now going to be wounding on 3s. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at AP nothing. 5 4 ups. That is going to be 4 dead. All right, so that's going to be it for the shooting into the assault phase. My Terminators are going to charge into his bikes over here. Right. They're going to be in with an 8. My Disco Lord's going to charge in. He is in, and as are my Chosen back over there. They are also in with a 4. All right, so I'm going to fight over here first with my Terminators into his bikes. I'm going to have 12 attacks with them into them. I am going to spend a CP on Wrath of the Chosen, which allows them to get +1 to hit. So these are going to be hitting on 2s. Okay, 3 misses, but 2 explosions because of wanton massacres over here. These are now going to be looking for 3s to wound. All right, so that's going to be 8 wounds into you over here. AP minus a lot, so you have your invul save.
6 up.
6 up. Making 2 of them, so 1 guy will still be alive. So, boom. And then because he is a witch, he has a fight first, so he gets to go here. So he's going to have his 4 attacks into my Terminators. Hitting on 3s, 2s, that's right. So that's going to be 3 hits over here. These are now strength 4, so looking for 4s to wound.
4s to wound.
No, nothing there. Okay. All right, so now my Disco Lord's going to go over here. I've replaced his Chainglaive with the what is it? Ulak the Black. So I have to roll to see if I can fight with him or suffer mortal wounds. And on a 5, I will be able to. I've managed to contain the demon within. So now I'm going to have 6 attacks with his chain glaive, looking for 2s to hit. Those 2 6s do explode over here. So these are now, so it's because it's Ulak the Black, any wounds will do a mortal wound in addition, and 6s to wound because of his Flames of Spite will get a mortal wound in addition. So 6s will be doing 2 mortal wounds. Any wounds will be doing a mortal wound. So these are going to be looking for 2s to wound over here. Yeah, that's a 2. That's 5, 6, 7, 8 mortal wounds into you over there. Yeah, that's a lot. Oh boy. And now my chosen over here are going to attack into his Ravager. I've got 34 attacks from the ones over there. These are going to be hitting on 3s. 6s do explode. All right, and they are going to be strength 7 because of Khorne and Bile and their weapon onto T6, so looking for 3s to wound. All right, that is a bunch into there. So these are going to be looking for AP -4 with them because they've got the icon. So that's going to be 5, 10, 15, 16, 17 at AP -4.
Oof. 5 up invul.
5 up invuls. 1 damage apiece, so let's see.
Still dead.
No, yeah, he's still dead. Because does he explode, though?
Does he blow up?
Don't you do it! Oh, he does! All right, is it D3 mortal wounds or just 1?
Just D3.
D3? Just D3.
Just D3.
1. All right, so we'll put a wound on the guy. All right, so that's going to be it for the Creations of Bile turn here on turn number 3. We have 1 leadership test to take over here. He lost a lot of guys, so it's looking for a 1 basically. Or he's running away. No, on a 3 he will zip away. I imagine you know, what is it? It's cowardice is the highest form of, or like something of valor or something like that. I don't know. He just knows that he's falling back for tactical purposes, back to Kalmara, where he will be able to regroup. And because he survived, like, start his own cabal, maybe. I don't know. So that's going to be it for the Creations of Bile. I do have engaged for 3 quarters now that I moved my big booty spider back over there. I did have the 5 points for the spider because I had killed the succubus in combat in the previous, because it's battle round. So battle round 3, I killed the succubus for 3 points, and I killed at least another unit in close combat for 2 points there. And then grind, I definitely got more kills than you for 3 there. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Drukhari here on turn number 4. Movement phase here for the Drukhari on turn number 4. Drazar and his dude bros decided to yeet themselves out of their transport into the cover of this building here because they don't want to take flamey goodness to the face in an Overwatch, which is fair. That's fair, let's be honest. These guys back over here stayed on the objective. They are going to be doing some trying to get the research there for the R&D. What is it? Recover Nakamun data. No, not Nakamun. Is Nephilim data. Recover Nephilim data over there. Over here, his transport that just heaved Drazar out of it is decided to zip up over on here next to his Archon, who has decided to run up here, take on my Disco Lord in single combat. Over on this side, those are my guys. I don't know why I'm showing them. The Void Bomber decided to scoot over on this side. And that is it. That's all that's left for the Drukhari. We're both running short on models, so it's been a brutal game, but it should be fun. All right, so that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, his Void Bomber is going to start off by firing into my Disco Lord there. I'm going to spend 1 CP on Infernal Engine to allow him to take -1 to damage to him. So here come the 2 shots, hitting on 3s.
3s to hit you.
3s to hit. That is going to be 2 hits. Strength 8.
Strength 8.
So looking for 3s to wound. Yeah, 3s to wound here.
So I don't have to reroll.
Getting 2 wounds. Oh boy.
AP4.
AP4. So looking for 5 up invul save. Oh, yeah, 5 up saves is the way to go with him. Here we go. Looking for 5s. Making 1, failing 1. So this is what, D3 plus 3?
D3 plus 3.
D3 plus 3 minus 1.
So D3 plus 2.
So D3 plus 2. So 3 plus 2 is 5 damage. So he's still alive with 4 wounds left. Oof. And now his barge over here, the Raider, is going to shoot into my Disco Lord as well. So he's going to have 1 shot here, hitting on a 3. That is going to be a hit. Wounding on a 3. That is going to be a wound. 5 up. Invul save. Come on, Demon Engine. Save him here, baby. 5. No, and a 3. He is going to go through. So, again, D3 plus 2. He's got 4 wounds left. So you need to get a 2 on this. So if you roll a 1 or a 2, he's fine.
Ish.
Ish. Yeah, otherwise he dies. Yeah, fine-ish. He will still be alive, is what matters. Let's see if that CP I spent was worth it. Yeah, no, that's 2. 2 plus 2. He is going to be dead. He doesn't explode in this edition, so he is just gonzo. Fair enough. That's going to be it for the charge phase. Not it for the shooting phase into the charge phase. We're going to start with Drazar, who is in here. He needs a 6-inch charge to get into both my Legionaries and my Terminators over here. So let's see. He needs a 6. Oh, and he's in. And then his Incubi friends here are going to charge into my Cultist mob. Including their new friends that came back for just to die to Incubi, probably. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, they're in. So, oof. All right, so Drazar is now going to activate in the fight phase over here. He's going to his first round of combat, because he has to fight twice, which is pretty fancy. Is going to put everything into the Terminators over here. He's going to use his heavy attack, which does 3 damage each. So he's going to try to clear them out there. He is going to have 5 attacks. These are going to be hitting on 2s, re-rolling. And then wounding on 3s because of the rune of the black the black rune of damnation, because it's strength plus 2, which becomes strength 6, which would be wounding on 3s. He gets +1 to wound, and then -1 to wound means he's wounding on 3s. So here we go.
He does have reroll all.
He does have reroll all for both, for Eternal Age, because he is just an angry boy over here.
So mad.
So hitting on 2s, reroll that, because he gets to reroll, because he's angry. There we go, all hits. Wounding on 3s. Reroll those 2 because he's angry. Okay, so 1 does miss. So it's 4 that go through.
And AP3 and then AP4.
AP3 and AP4. So we've got 1 at AP4, which becomes AP3, becomes a 5-up save. So we got 1 5-up save. Making that one pretty good here. And we've got 3 4-up saves, because it's AP3 becomes AP2s.
Yep.
And I make all of those as well! Oh, baby! Woo! All right, so now the Incubi are going to attack into my Cultist mob. I mean, I don't think this looks good for those Cultists, but we're going to roll anyway. These are at least AP -2, right?
AP3.
AP3. So yeah, so every wound that goes through is just going to kill a Cultist, because they've got no save from that. Because even with Rags of Contempt over here, they will still be taking the full wounds to the face for them over here. So here come their attacks, hitting on 2s.
2s, there's going to be 18 because the leader gets 3 extra.
18 attacks because the leader gets 3 extra. Fancy boy over there with his extra attacks.
Yeah.
Here we go. This sounds good.
His profile's slightly different, but it does not matter against cultists.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Hit you on 2s.
Hitting on 2s. Oh, got a couple misses there. I imagine they were intimidated by my cultist mobs. They were just like the mob just got to them over there. It just got to them. The mob is getting to me over here. I imagine wounding on 2s, strength 6 at least. Wounding on 2s.
4 at least.
Strength 4.
But I'm +1 to wound.
+1 to wound. Okay, so there we go. Strength 4 at least, but +1 to wound. So 2s to wound. Yeah, you've got enough. Yeah, that would have been, even if they were full strength, they'd be dead. So cultist mobs are no more. All right, so now my Terminators get to fight back into Drazar over here. They're going to have 4 attacks each, hitting on 3s. They're going to be strength 7, because you charged me, so wounding on 3s, AP enough to get him to his 4-up invul save. Yeah, so here we go. Hitting on 3s. Okay, so it's 3 misses, but 3 explosions from 6s over there. So it's basically like all of them hit. Wounding on 3s. That is, oof, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at 4-up invul saves because of his, yeah, just 4-up invul saves. Here we go. Because of reasons, yeah. Oh, that's how you do that. Just takes the 1 damage. And then my 2 legionaries are going to fight in over here. Hitting on 3s. All right, that's going to be 2 misses, but 1 explosion. Wounding on strength 4, tough 4, so 4s to wound. Not bad. That's going to be 4 wounds over there, but he's going to have his 2-up armor save because there's no AP to these.
2 up to those ones.
Makes all of those. Well done. All right, Drazar gets to attack a 2nd time now, and he's getting spicy, man. He is caliente right now. He's feeling it. He is going to put 3 attacks into my legionaries and 4 attacks into my terminators here. So, you know, splitting attacks has never failed anybody ever. So, which ones do you want to start with first?
Let's start with the little legionnaire.
All right, into the legionnaires. He's going to be hitting on 2s. He's using the 7. I mean, as you could tell by the number I just said, he's going the 7 attack profile on his attacks here. So we're going to have.
We should go with the 4 first because we care less about it.
Okay, so we're going to go for the 4. That sounds good.
Upping
Upping the feeling of tension here. We're going to go into the 1s into the Terminator first. So we got 4 attacks into them. Hitting on 2s. Rerolling because he is uber angry. Especially since those Terminators made him look a fool last time. He is now very angry, so that's all hits. These are going to be strength +1, so it becomes strength 5, which would wound on 3s, +1 to wound to 2s, -1 to wound to 3s. Reroll because he is super angry. He is so angry. Oh, buddy. All right, so we've got 2 at AP -4, 2 at AP -3. So we'll do the 2 at AP -4, become AP -3s, looking for 5-up saves on these ones. Making both of them! Oh, they are being super spicy themselves! And then we got 2 more saves of 4+ because these become 2 AP -2s. And I failed both of those, of course. So 1 will die and 1 will take 2 wounds. But yeah, oof, spicy. Oh, baby, here he goes. 3 attacks into Legion. If one of them lives, he's going to have OBSEC and ruin everything. Ruin all of Drazar's plans over here. But if he can kill both of them, which, I mean, the odds are pretty good. But we're ignoring that because it's spicy drama content here, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. We got 3 attacks into him here. Hitting on 2s. How angry is he? Oh, he's angry. He is angry. Wounding on 2s because they do not have the Black Rune of Damnation. Let me tell you, sir. Oh, reroll because of spicy content. Oh, no. Okay. If I make 1 save, they're going to be okay. Here we go. It's AP4 and AP3.
AP3.
So here we go. We're going to do the AP4 first. I need a fill face for this because it was AP -3. Show me that fill face. Make me woo so hard. You know what? No, I'm going to do the drama just like you. We're going to go with the AP -2 first. We're going to go for the 5-up save. I can 1/3 of dice rolls are good for me. 33% chance. Don't tell me the odds. Here we go. Oh, okay. 1 guy's dead. I need a fill face.
Can he do it?
Can I get a fill face? Come on, dice. Come on. So much drama. Fill face! No! The opposite of a fill face, as if to rub it in. No! And he is dead, and he kills both the legionaries. Oh, and he's going to take that objective. Well played, Drazar. It's the long con. He had you going in that first half when he thought, like, oh, no wounds to the Terminators. And then he came back and he's like, never mind, gotcha, boys. Got him. All right. Oh, killer. All right, so that's going to be it for the Drukhari turn here on turn number Turn number 4. Turn number 4. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Creations of Bile on turn number 4. Movement phase for the Creations of Bile here on turn number 4. My Terminator stayed in combat. Abaddon is making his way closer over this way. Over on this side, my Chosen have advanced up over this way, rolled a 5, moved their 12 inches towards his Archon on this side. And my big booty spider stayed back there on the objective, getting ready to pump some shots down field here. So I'm going to give you a little insider baseball idea of why I did what I did here. My plan is to spend my 1 CP I got this turn to have them charge. I've got a 4-inch charge to make over here. They're just under 5 inches away. And if the Spider over there can kill this 8-wound raider, so I need to get 4 shots through into him.
Yep.
If he can kill him, then when they do their charge into his dude bro over here, I can then consolidate towards the closest enemy units, which would be these guys back over here, getting me back into engage in this quarter. And if my Terminators live and they are able to do that, I can possibly get engage. Otherwise, I'm going to lose engage. So that's the thought process behind everything that I've done with this one. So that is also the fact is that they don't need to be on an objective at the beginning of my next turn because I score primary at the end of my next turn. So that is going to be it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. We're going to start with Abaddon shooting into the Incubi back over here. So he's going to have 4 shots hitting on 2s. No explosions, no rerolls necessary. Strength 5, so looking for 3s to wound. Rerolling because of himself. That is going to be 4 wounds at AP -1. So we got some guys in cover over there. So we're going to do 4 3-ups because there's 4 guys in cover. So you should be fine.
Yes.
So you can do all 4 here. 3-up saves. So 1 will die because it's 2 damage. My opponent's actually going to spend a CP to reroll one of those. Into a 4, so he is good to go. Big Booty Spider firing into his thingy-majob with the whatever thingy, what's it called? The Raider. Raider over here. Yes. So I'm going to fire in the Raider. All right. Are you going to spend CP? He's been thinking about it. You're down to 2. Yes? No?
Lightning fast.
All right. Lightning fast reflexes over here. So he's going to be -1 to hit over here. So I've got 6 shots hitting on 4s. Okay, didn't make a difference, but that's fine. When I rolled 2s, it doesn't care. But 1 explosion because it is assault. So you guys did that. So I got 4 hits into him. So you're saying there's a chance.
It's definitely a chance.
Wounded on 4s. No, not anymore. There's 3 here that go through at AP2.
5 up.
5 up. Makes 1, so he takes 4 damage. All right, so into the assault phase. I am going to spend 1 CP to allow them with auto stimulants to charge in over here. Like I said, I need a 4-inch charge to get in. Let's see how this goes. All right, with an 8-inch charge, they are going to be in. And now Abaddon is going to charge into Drazar over here. I need a 4-inch charge to get in. And he will be in with a 5. Not much, but he's in. All right, so into the fight phase now. We're going to find out if Drazar is going to intimidate Abaddon enough to make him fight last. Let's see the roll here for the leadership. A no on a 7, he will not. So Abaddon will be coming in with his attacks. So he's going to have 8 attacks because I don't spend CP on his Warlord trait.
And then I do have the Terminators as well.
Oh, and the Terminators can also possibly fight last. No, on a 3, they're definitely going to fight normal as well. So here we go. So we've got 8 attacks from Abaddon into Drazar over here. These are going to be hitting on 2s, re-rolling everything because of himself. Re-rolling because of himself. And that's going to be 3 explosions. So 11 hits on 8 attacks from Abaddon. He is super angry because he's been sitting back on objectives, sprinting back and forth, finally getting to punch something, and he's like, I've had enough watching, I'm going to do something. These are now going to be wounding on 2s, re-rolling because Abaddon screamed at himself in the mirror, and that's going to be 11 wounds, including 3d3 mortal wounds in addition to everything here. Can you ignore mortal wounds?
I cannot.
So let's just see if that does it. 3, 4, 5. Yes. So that will just kill him in mortal wounds without even having to make any saves. Drazar is dead. All right. So now we are into the regular fight phase because my opponent made these guys fight last, which means that they go from fight first to fight normal. But because it's the regular fight phase and my turn, my opponent gets to choose one to go. So he's going to choose his Archon to attack into my Chosen over here. So here we go. He's going to have, how many attacks is this?
7 total.
7 attacks total, hitting on 2s. Does he reroll?
He does not.
He does not. So it's 1 miss there. These are now going to be strength
4.
4. So looking for 4s to wound. Yeah. Okay, so that is going to be 3 wounds, 2 of which are going to be AP -4, I imagine. So AP -4 and AP -3. So we got 2 at AP -4. These are going to be looking for AP -4 becomes AP -3. So looking for 6-up saves on those guys. Looking for fill faces. Making 1, failing 1. So that will kill the one guy there on 1 wound, although it does 3 damage each. So so this is going to be AP -2. Looking for a 5-up save on this one. Cocked. And with the 5, he's good to go. All right, so I will attack with that one guy's attacks back right now because it might clear some space for me to pile in, which is good for me trying to get in there. So these are going to be 4 attacks into him with that guy over there. These are going to be hitting on 3s. I've got no CP, so I can't do anything else about that. 1 second. All right, so my opponent's going to spend his last CP on lightning fast reflexes for his Archon over here, making him -1 to hit. So it's when he's targeted with an attack. So even though I haven't activated the unit, so I wouldn't be able to do anything to make my guy hit better because I haven't activated the unit, but it's just he's been targeted with an attack. So he's got 4 attacks here, hitting on 4s now because of lightning fast reflexes. So that's going to be 3 hits anyway, and 1 explosion, so 4 hits. These are going to be strength 7, so looking for 2s to wound. That is going to be 4 wounds into you over here. 1 at a time, 2 up. Oh, I saw the white. It wanted it. Okay, 2 good so far. 3's good. Oh, no, he's fine. All right, so now the rest of these guys are going to go in. I can get 6 guys to get their attacks in there, including the champion and the other guy with the double lightning claws. So these are going to be going in and hitting on 4s because of the lightning fast reflexes. The right. So hitting on 4s. All right, we'll come back to you with that. All right, so these are now going to be wounding on 2s after 5 explosions in there. All right, so that is going to be a bunch of 1s, which is not super great. So we've got 5, 10, 13 wounds into you over here. 13 wounds into him. So here we go.
You're saying there's a chance.
There is a chance. There is a chance. So let's go. Number 1, looking for a 2+. Good. Number 2. 2+. Oh, buddy. Here we go. Oh, boy. 4. Oh, buddy.
Okay.
Because of the white pip, I keep... Oh! So there we go. He takes his first wound on the... Well, that was on the 5th one? Was that? On the 6th one. The 6th one there.
Or, sorry, 5th one. You're right.
The 5th one there. So now we have another 6, 7, 8, 9 that get to go into him over here.
Ooh.
Oh, no. Not 9. He's got... Because it was 13 wounds, right? Did I say? 13?
Yep.
Yes. So 13... Yes. So 8, right?
This is
Yes.
all the ones in the
Yes. 8 more going in here at 5-up invul saves because that's what the
5 up.
army gets over here.
He's got this.
So he's got 4 wounds left.
4 wounds.
So you can you can
Just
fail
gotta make
4.
5.
Yeah, you can fail 4. No, if you fail fail 4 you did. Yeah, you have no command point. So yeah. So you need to make 5-up invul saves.
You got it.
Here we go. No, okay, no. He makes 1. And the Archon goes down to the hail of attacks in there. All righty then. All right, so they got over here, getting closer, but not engaging with the transport, because if I got engaged with him, I would be I would not be in this whole table quarter, because it was like, he's like right on the line, so if I'm within an inch over there, I can't actually do it. So, there we go. That's the way it is. So I do get engaged, which is good for 2 points, because my Terminators over here survived, because it's starting of 5 or more, or a vehicle, so he's going to go over there. And the big booty spider is back over there, so I got 2 points for engage. I got 3 points for the spider, but I did not kill anything else in close combat, so I don't get the additional 2 for that, just the 3 for the spider there. And I did kill, you killed 2 units, I killed 2 units for this, right? No. Yes? 2. Yes. 2?
Killed Erikith and Drazar.
Killed Erikith and Drazar, and that's it, I think, right? And you killed the cultists and the legionaries. So I do not get grind for this turn. So, interesting. All right, so that's going to be the end of turn 4 here. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Drukhari on turn number 5. All right, so movement phase here for the Drukhari on turn number 5. We got a brutal game going on with lots of cunning and thinking. You know, how I like thinking. I don't. Just kidding. So it's going to be the goodbye over here. Decided to move into cover from the building over on this side. They are going to be starting R&D. We'll see if that's how it works out in the end. Depends upon how things play out. These guys back over here advance back into the corner to make me have to go further with my chosen over on this side if I want to make them sad. Over here, my opponent spent his 1 CP that he got at the beginning of the turn to auto-advance him 8 inches so he could get up onto the objective over there. Just messes with me and my ability to try to either hold objectives at the end of my turn or kill him for grind and all that fun stuff. And then the bomber just moved up into the corner over there, going to get some shots into my big booty spider, which we will just move straight into with the shooting phase, so he will have his 2 shots coming in over here, hitting on 3s. That's going to be 2 hits. These are now going to be strength 9, right? So looking for 3s to wound, because he's tough 7. That's going to be 1 wound. All right. I need a 5-up, a demon save. And I get it with the fill face. All right, so then his incubi over here have decided to not do R&D and are in fact charging into my Terminators over here. So he's behind the walls there, so I can't overwatch, which is a smart move on his part. And here comes his charge. And they will be in with an 11, that's for sure. All right, so the Incubi are now going to attack into my Terminators. I'm going to spend 1 CP on Monstrous Visages, which is a Creations of Bile stratagem, which makes them -1 to hit. So he's going to have all of his attacks coming in over here. These are going to be hitting on 4s now, or 3s, because they're usually hitting on 2s. So now hitting on 3s. So let's see if any 2s actually happen or not. Here we go.
The leader's going to use the same profile as the other guys,
okay.
So he's just going to have 1 extra attack.
Okay, he's going to have 1 extra attack. Here we go. So 16 attacks coming in here.
3s to hit you.
3s to hit. Okay, there's a couple 2s. Okay, a couple 2s. Let's see how this goes. These are going to be strength...
Strength 5.
Strength 5 +1 to wound, right?
No +1 to wound.
No +1. So strength 5 would be 3s to wound, -1 to wounds, 4s to wound. Yes, so 4s to wound me.
6s do matter.
6s do matter because of AP. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At AP 3, which becomes AP 2. So I've got 4 up saves, 2 damage. If 3 go through, they're dead. I've got no CP left because I gave you the -1 to hit. So let's see if that works. So I've got looking for 4 up saves because it's AP 2s in the end after Armor of Contempt. Here we go. 4 ups, and I failed 2. So 1 is going to be alive with 1 wound left. That's huge. And then we're going to do his attacks, the guy who died, plus the other guy there at the same time. May as well. So we're going to have 8 attacks that are going to be coming in here. Hitting on 3s. All right, re-rolling 1s because it's a core Astartes unit, and that is Abaddon over there. So that is going to be 2, missing 1, but 2 6s for explosions here. These are now going to be wounding on, they're tough 4 or 3? 3, so 2s to wound. All right, so that's going to be 2 misses there. So that's going to be 5, 6, 7 wounds into you over here. AP enough to get to your invul save because it's AP minus 3.
Yep.
5 ups.
So
are they 2 wounds apiece?
Yeah, 1's got 2 wounds.
1's got 2 wounds, so 1 will be left with 1 wound left. Oof. All right, so that's going to be the end of the turn here for the Drukhari. He does have a leadership test to take over here, so you're going to have he lost 4 plus 1. He is going to stick around. There you go. He is good to go. So that is going to be it for the turn here for the Drukhari. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Creations of Bile in turn 5. All right, so that's movement phase for Creations of Bile. Abaddon gave the Terminator full rerolls. We're going to move in, so we're just like an inch away over here. These guys jumped on this objective here, and Big Booty Spider is going to stay over there. I am now going to go straight into the charge phase because shooting doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters is this guy over here. If he gets killed in close combat by my Terminator, I will get grind. I will also get spider, and that would be fun. So that's what we're going to do. Both these guys are going to charge in. Oh, look, they're in. Yes, both of them are in. So Abaddon can at least get me grind if my Terminator completely whiffs it. So we are going to go here with his 4 attacks. I'm going to spend my 1 CP on that I got this turn on Fury of the Chosen, so that I can get the +1 to hit. So he's going to be hitting on 2s. That is going to be all hits. No explosions, just all hits.
Okay.
He's now going to be wounding on 2s. That is going to be 3 wounds into your guy over here. These are going to be AP -3. So we have 3 5-up invul saves. If he makes all of them, man, that's gonna be spicy. Let's see. No, he will go down. So he will die, which will get me 2 points for Spider. It will also get me 3 points for Grind. I control 3 objectives, which is 2 and more. So we will come back to you with the scores. All right, so after adding up the scores with no prisoner that you just kind of did at the end here, he got 12 points for no prisoner because he killed like over 100 points of my 100 wounds of my models, which is pretty good. But at the end there, including 10 points for painted on both sides, because my opponent's is very well painted, mine's pretty decently painted. We had a final score of 60 points for the Drukhari, 86 points for the Creations of Bile. So a victory for Bile's boys under the leadership of Abaddon. And that was a ton of fun. Really tactical, back and forth, trying to figure things out, trying to understand like what we're going to do. Some very clutch rolls at some very clutch moments. And things died when you didn't want them to on both sides. But a ton of fun had by all. So I really had a ton of fun with my opponent. He's actually part of the Hunter Killers, which is a group that started here in Hunter Army Airfield, but they are basically just a community of Warhammer people. And if you are interested, go check out their Facebook page. I will have a link in the description down below that you can join and be part of the community there. Right now, it's mostly people from Savannah, but they are looking to expand and get some other places and putting on events. So if you're in the area here in the Savannah area, they've got tournaments coming up at both here at Savannah Lion Games and also at Cerberus Lions Games, and they're just going to be putting on a lot of different stuff, so go check them out as well. Like I said, link is in the description below. But I hope you guys have all enjoyed this. I certainly have. I have been Phil, the Glacial Geek, as always. My opponent's been Kyle, and until next time, stay safe and have fun.